What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Scrap Interviews. I'm here with Alexis, our co-main event. Also, before we get into this interview, I want to give a quick shout out to all of our amazing sponsors. If you're looking for some extra gear, if you want some new rash guards or gis, go check out Heavy Handed. If you want to use code MINIMONEY in checkout, you'll save 20% off your next order. Or if you want to become an affiliate, use that link in the description down below and become an affiliate today. Also, a quick shout out to Peak 3. It is a sports physical therapist local in Greenville, South Carolina. So if you're around the area, you have an injury, and you really want to get better, I'd recommend checking them out below. DG Builders, solid ground grading and clearing, and crafted decks and porches. These guys are absolutely amazing. DG Builders is a custom home. So if you're looking to build a custom home, I would recommend going through them. If you want to get that grading done, if you want to clear some land, clear some trees, solid ground grading and clearing is absolutely amazing and is your choice. Also, if you're looking for a new deck to put in your home, they build luxury decks for crafted decks and porches, and truly, I've been on a few of them and they are absolutely amazing. All the information for all of our sponsors is right down below in the description. If you want to go check them out, use the link. All right, now let's get to the interviews. So our first ever female, honestly, main event in Scrap history, which is only Scrap 3, but it doesn't really matter. So before we get into this interview, Alexis, why don't you give us a quick introduction of yourself?
Cool. Hey, everybody. My name is Alexis Gomez. I'm a blue belt under Drew Foster up at Elevate MMA Academy in Durham, North Carolina. I originally started Jiu-Jitsu back in Colorado, went through everything of doing boxing first, going into Muay Thai, then decided I needed some ground game and fell in love with Jiu-Jitsu. I would say more of a hobbyist and a seasonal competitor, depending on my work schedule. But outside of that, I just really love the game and putting on a show.
Sweet. And from what I saw on your Instagram, you've traveled a whole bunch. So besides, like, I'm assuming it's probably work, but what brought you to North Carolina?
So it was work, is why I came out to North Carolina. I grew up in Texas, and my first super fight was actually in Texas. But I grew up in Texas, was in Colorado for about 10 years. I'm in North Carolina, and I'm actually moving again soon, but to be discussed where that is. So just traveling everywhere.
And so when you first got started into martial arts, which was when you said you're striking, when you decided to go to the ground game, did you think that you're like, oh, I don't know if I'm really going to enjoy this? Is more of like a self-defense type of thing? Or when you knew when you were to go into there, like, I'm going to be competing in this?
So it was more of a self-defense. So no surprise to people that know me, I am a very small person, about 5 feet, and I tend to be the smaller competitor. Um, but I would say that I fell in love with competing too. It just adds so much more excitement to my life. And I would not do competitive striking. So shout out to the people that do that. I do feel much safer in jiu-jitsu and taking risks with that.
And this funny to lead in this question. Being a smaller grappler, do you find it harder to find like training partners for yourself to like prepare for competitions?
Absolutely. Honestly, I don't have too many training partners that are my size. I'm kind of a nomad with jujitsu. My home is Elevate, but I do jump around to different open mats. I've been training with a couple of the ladies out in Triangle, and I found a training partner that is my size. And, having a lot of high level ladies to train with is just absolutely amazing. I will travel some distances to be able to find people my size and really get rounds with ladies all around, because it's such a different vibe and really great community.
And so I don't have too much information on you, but I've seen you've done a lot of Toro Cups in the past. But have you done any more of like the tournament type of competitions, or have you just stuck with super fights?
Not too much. More super fights. Apparently, I only like taking. I've had one super fight with someone of the same belt level, but apparently, I only like taking super fights with anybody that is a higher belt level than me. Which I mean, for nogi, I'm for me, it really doesn't matter. I am one of the people that do not prefer the gi. You will hardly ever see me in a gi, but I am doing pans in New York after this comp. So I'm excited for my first IBJJF.
Nice. And going into that, compared to the super fights, are you training a little bit differently for like scrap and the pans coming up?
I am just due to the rule set, really. I would compare myself to more of an ADCC rule set. So anything IBJJF is really foreign to me, and being super thoughtful about my game is really what I've been trying to work.
And with that coming up, the pans, and then of course scrap being more of like an everything goes kind of rule set. Are you able to like separate the rule sets, or are they kind of combining and you just forget while you're in the middle of the roll?
Um, I would say this past month, it's been hard to get out of that mindset and swapping back and forth. But my natural rolling is very all rolls are out the door. It's really just about getting that sub. Um, but I've been trying to be more patient and more thoughtful about, did I do this? What am I playing right now? And I try not to stop mid round and say, start over, please.
And so coming in here, I don't know if you have time or if you had time to like research your opponent or know anything about her, but she is a little bit more of a IBJJF like competitor. She competes almost every single weekend. Honest, that's what it feels like at least. So going into this, I know you compete against a lot of higher ranks. Is there any more nerves knowing that she's on the younger side, competes a little bit more, or is it kind of just like makes you a little bit more hyped up to go against her?
I think for me, I mean, there's always nerves when it comes to competing, but more on the hype side. I mean, it's really exciting to see where I'm at overall from a competition standpoint. And I haven't researched her too much. I'm not really into researching my opponents, but I mean, I have seen her Instagram. And she looks like a super awesome competitor. And I'm honestly just really excited and thrilled to be able to be paired up with her.
And now, before we go into there, or before we end here, before we give a quick rundown of everything, um, if there's one thing to say to the ladies, trying to get them more ladies on Scrap Super Fights. We only had 3 or 4 matches this event, which I was trying to get half of the card to be females matches. So, if there's one thing you have to say to the ladies to bring them to Scrap, what would you say?
Don't be afraid to travel. Make that effort to really branch out of your comfort zone and look for those different opportunities. Don't limit yourself to what you think you might know, because I feel like competing and traveling and just really taking a risk, you'll find out so much more about yourself, and you get to represent for the ladies everywhere else, because whenever they see one person competing and doing their thing, win or lose, it's just motivation for others. So just do it. Just go out and do it and sign up.
And so, anything you have to say to like sponsors, coaches, training partners, just thank yous, and overall anything you want to get out.
I have so many people to thank, but definitely all of the people at Elevate. They're my true support team whenever it comes to the jujitsu life. My coach Drew. He's just such an awesome person overall throughout this journey, and the ladies out in Triangle have really been helping me prep for comp. So shout out to all of them.